Already. Hey, good evening and welcome to the America First Abilene Report. This is Chris Tucker and Jason are here with you tonight.
Chris Turner, not Tucker.
Did I call you Tucker?
Yeah, that's
Dude,
okay.
I'm sorry. Okay. Got Tucker on my mind and you'll find out why here in a few minutes. But we've had some technical difficulties, but we're going to try it again tonight.
Right.
I think we're going to give you a little update on some of the situations unfolding.
Yeah, we're going to definitely try. We got another episode in the can from last time. If we can get it up and out, we'll put that up soon. But
all right, that was to kind of introduce America First Abilene and what we're all about. We have videos and an account on YouTube and Rumble
and X.
It's America First Abilene. Come check us out. Join our group on Facebook, please.
Yeah, the same name. It's public, so anybody can join it.
Exactly. Some earth-rattling news in the world of politics have been going down, from Tucker Carlson to Tulsi Gabbard. But I think we want to start tonight and talking about what's going on with the war. Chris, what's your understanding of the latest?
Yeah, so as we all know, that Trump said he's trying to get this peace deal with Iran, and you know, whether it's a good or a bad deal or the money that they're going to get potentially is not as big a concern as me, because we should have never been in this war to begin with. So absolutely. At this point, cut our losses. It was costing us $2 billion a day. Mm-hmm. And so we got to give them some money, whatever, let's do it and get it over with. But so what happened is they signed it, how many days ago was it? Trump signed it? About a week or less?
Approximately a week.
Yeah. So he was with that French Macron, the leader, the president, and he signed it. And what happened is, as we suspected, Israel, within 24 hours, they had already said, well, we weren't in the negotiations and we weren't part of this. So we got to do what we got to do to protect ourselves. And that means for them bombing the hell out of Lebanon again. So within 24 hours, they bombed them, and I think they bombed another apartment till or whatever it is. They killed 75 people in total. All of them were not Hamas.
Oh, and I should remind folks, I think I heard the other day, I was surprised enough to learn this. It appears that half of the people in Lebanon are Christians.
I don't know if it's half, but I know there is a big population of them. But
I'm not sure if they said Beirut or Lebanon, but apparently there's a big Christian population there. Mm-hmm. And that's who our bombs were paying for through Israel are killing.
Yeah, and we'll get a little more into that when we talk about what Trump said. But so then after Israel killed the 75 people in Lebanon, immediately Iran said, well, you violated the treaty already. And so deal's off. And they came and they launched a bunch of bombs at Israel at that point. And the news is saying that 4 of the Israeli soldiers were killed in that one. And so then they said, well, we've been attacked by Iran now. That's what Israel said, even though they did the first attack, of course. But now, see, we've got to defend ourselves for being attacked again. Yeah. Whatever. So basically, Israel blew it up before it ever got started. And that's not a surprise, because we figured that was going to happen. There has been some pushback and surprises, though, and since that happened with Trump and JD Vance, the vice president, both coming out pretty forcefully and saying, look, Israel, you have a right to defend yourself, but what you're doing is over the line. And Trump even said, you don't have to blow up in a whole apartment just to go after one Hamas guy. I saw that. Like, you need to restrain yourself, just be a little less crazy, which is saying they're crazy.
Right, exactly.
But he said that, and he called him out again. You know, the other day they asked him, what are you going to do to basically to get Israel in check? And he said, I'm not going to tell you, but trust me, I make deals, I'll figure it out. But we'll see, because they've kind of, and you'll notice all the new MAGA people that were the Mark Levins and Larry Loomers, Laura Loomers, and Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, all of them have been coming after him now. Oh, he's wrong. You can't side with Iran. They'll never do the deal. We got to go back to war right now. He's wrong. Trump's wrong. We got to stand with Israel, you know. And then even I literally heard Lindsey Graham say look, Israel, you do what you have to do to defend yourself. That means you get nukes, then you go get nukes and do it. I said, this maniac. And he's gotten elected again, or at least in the primary he won the South Carolina primary because Trump backed him, and because there's a lot of idiots in South Carolina, I guess. But nonetheless, that's the kind of thing we're dealing with now. And JD Vance, for not for nothing, he's really kind of come out strong against Israel a couple times, and I'm here for it because they are the quickest problem. They got us in this. Well, Trump got us in the war, but they pushed us in, and now they're trying to keep us in there.
As you mentioned, the nation of Israel has been named by the Pentagon as the number one threat as far as surveillance or what do we call spying on the United States. And you have this deal in the works that was formerly Section 224 of the National Defense Authorization Act. They've now renamed it to 219. Is that right?
Yeah. So 224 was the original one in the House side, but they got too much heat, so they renamed it to 219. But it's the exact same thing. And of course, what's that Arkansas senator? He put it the Senate bill. I can't think of his name right this second, but he's the Arkansas senator, Tom Cotton.
Yes.
Yeah. And so he did basically the same bill on the other side. But so
what a traitor!
Basically, there's not any new action. They're both headed towards the floor eventually, but we can't report one way or the other. Hopefully, they get shut down. But
right, because would be the end of United States sovereignty,
as we know, 100%. And this is not about Israel. Even any country, I would be against this.
Right. And for those of you who don't really fully understand what we're talking about, these bills is a plan to merge the nation of Israel's military and our own, especially when it comes to intelligence sharing, so they would know everything in real time of what our intelligence community knows, unless the president specifically prohibits one information share or another, and they don't have time to do that.
You're right. And if we can ever get that other one that's in the can up, we go into much more detail about those. So
right, indeed, yeah.
Before we moved too far down the list, though, I just wanted to after JD started kind of calling them out. So they do Polymarket, the betting markets. Mm-hmm. Well, he was sitting about 22% on there, and Marco Rubio was 24% to be who was going to run for president. So Rubio had actually passed him up for a while now. And as soon as he started talking like this, he shot up all the way to 40% and left Rubio in the dust. That shows you, it's not about, we hate Israel or whatever. It's about people are tired of giving them money, giving them weapons for them to turn around and act like they're running us.
Right.
And it's a big deal. I'm telling you, there's all the Democrats and a lot of conservatives are very much against what we're doing with Israel right now. So
and it's my opinion that no matter how you feel about it, let's say you're a boomer and you're a diehard Republican all your life, the political parties have been a way to distract the American people and divide them for a long time. We've had this two-party system, and to see a third option emerge, this America First movement, is truly patriotic. And it doesn't have this name that you could twist around, because the Republicans and Democrats, they've switched identities throughout the past. Like the Democrats used to be the more conservative party. The Southern Blue Dog Democrats, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so they've switched roles. America First is going to be America First always.
Yeah. And that's, I'm still a precinct chair or whatever for the Republican Party. I'll do what I can locally, but I'm America first. And that's I don't mean to say it like that, but
I know what you mean.
I'm going to stand for America and for Texas before anything. Party be damned.
Right.
And that's why there's members of locally in Texas, there's people that got elected on the Republican side that I will not campaign for. There's some I would give every opportunity for success, like Jay Hardaway, even though I had some disagreements with him. He won fair and square, and I'm going to give him the chance to show me that he's different than Stan. But there's others like Lieutenant Governor, who could never get my vote again under any circumstance, and I won't campaign for him, I won't door knock for him, I won't do anything.
No way in hell.
But that's just an example of, I'm going to put people who put Texas first and Texans first, and then Americans, same thing. Speaking of,